the great TamBam.
And how's everybody doing today? How
On
you
this
doing?
on this crazy Friday where the weather
Woo.
goes, it was actually kind of decent, and then it got real cold real fast. I don't understand it, but I don't control the weather.
The weather is truly bipolar, and I
It
know we
is.
always get on here and give you our weather update because it was cold, then it got hot, then it got cold, then it got real windy. Now it looks like it's trying to rain,
Rain.
and now it's supposed to rain tomorrow. This weather is just
No.
unpredictable.
And you know what scares me is because it's so unpredictable. I'm so scared of how hot it's going to be 132 degrees out here this year.
Right.
Because I'm scared about that. That's my thing. They talk about climate and all this stuff, but I'm like, if weather's going like this all the time,
it's gonna be too hot to even be outside, but let's just hope for the best. I can't complain because I always tell people there's really no weather like California.
Oh,
we love our weather.
That's definitely true.
Like,
that's definitely true, but we still complain no matter what.
Because we don't
Too
know
hot,
no
too
other,
cold.
right? We don't know no other weather,
Yeah.
so we complain about the weather we have.
I need
but
that.
we
I need
love
that
it.
breeze.
Yes, we love it. But yeah, but other than that, it's Friday. I hope everybody driving home and being safe driving home. It is Friday. If you don't have to work the weekend, enjoy your time off.
Oh, it is Friday.
Kick up
I have one
your
more
feet.
day and I get my days off. Yes.
Kick off your
I just thought
shoes
about it.
and relax your feet.
Right. That's a song.
Right, party on down to the SK. Oh, okay. You guys, but other than that, oh yes, I mean, it is Friday. We
Yes.
are coming up on our last days in April.
Quick.
Quickly.
How fast is year gone already? It's like a blink of an eye. I swear to you. I swear. It was just January. Boom. Now it's April. About to be in May.
Yeah.
What is May? What's the sign for May?
Taurus.
No,
Taurus, Gemini.
No one cares about
So
that.
shout out to all Taurus. We're at the beginning of Taurus. If your birthday is at the end of April, beginning of May, happy birthday to all our Taurus. I mean, we shout out all the signs, but we really know who the real MVP.
The cat or coins?
Period. I mean, mic drop.
I'm just saying. That's it.
Right.
Enough said.
Right. Ain't nothing else need to be said. You guys, we shut it down. But other than that, you guys, today we have a topic for you guys. We gonna get into a topic. TamBam, what's our topic?
Why you always ask me what the topic? You just keep running with it, go.
You guys. Have you ever guys just sit here and sometimes you just feel like you alone? But so today we're gonna talk about letting things go. Do you guys feel like men or women are easy to let things go, or do you guys feel like what do you guys feel?
And what is your thing for not letting things go, right? What is the hold up for not letting things go? Because sometimes people hold on to things. It's 15 years and they're like, I still,
Right.
This person over here, they hit me with the pillow in my face. I don't understand. That's what we're talking about.
Truly, when it comes to letting things go, no matter what it is, who do you think that's much more successful in letting things go, men or women? Or do you think it depends on the situation? Let us know. What y'all think?
Because we want to know. Because my opinion, I think it's a situation, right? I think a lot of females, they hold on to things a little longer, but because like guys, to me, right? I think guys, if you piss me off enough, we're just gonna punch it out, right? Mike Tyson's punch out. That's what it's gonna be, and then you can sit there and drink a beer, and then you're laughing. But females, what do they do? You already know. Speak up. Come on. What do they do? What do females do? Hold on forever. Do you know?
I think what women, and it depends on how close we are with the person. Some people will hash it off because we want to mend that relationship, and some people we don't even care to hash it off because the relationship didn't even matter to us anyway.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think it's easier for us to just walk away from something that we probably was trying to get out of. Like, are you just harping? You need to walk away from a situation. So if somebody do a little thing, then you ready to walk away from them because you already had that in your mind that I need to be done in this situation. So I think it really depends with females. I think some things that I feel like should be hashed out, they should be hashed out. And some things I don't think that should be. And I think men are probably more forgiving on stuff that shouldn't be forgiven. Some stuff actually don't need just a beer. Sometimes it needs to be like, let's go ahead and duke it out.
Give me an example. Give me an example of something like that. Do you have
Okay,
one?
so yeah, I have one.
Okay.
So let's just say like, say a man have a friend and he has a relationship and the man and his friend might sleep with the girl. He gonna break up with the girl, but him and the friend still gonna be friends. Does that? It ain't adding up. Women, we asking everybody out. We don't want to be friends with you. We don't want to be friends with him. But men, I have seen it. Men are more like, bros over hoes, bros over hoes.
Right.
It's like
right.
he didn't respect your boundaries.
No, I get that. But I get that. And that's our negative, right? But your negative is you guys get sensitive over small shit.
Like what?
Like stupid small stuff. It doesn't matter. Oh, hey, she did this. She did. It's weird small things. I have no real example, but I'm saying small things for females. It makes it bigger than what it really is.
But I think it goes what I said. I think it goes to what I'm saying. It depends on where you at in that relationship. Sometimes, if for men, things are small, but for women, we let that certain relationship build up for so long, and now we upset that you didn't bring the pot back, that you forgot to return my hair glue, that you didn't lock my door before you left, because now we at our last straw. Because I've been letting you over the years. Some people, not me, y'all, because I like to hash it out. Some people let stuff fester for so long. And I think if you're that type of person that you don't address behaviors from people or situation, it festers. So when that person do something so minute, then you're popping off but it's like you over the years. But I'm not that type of person to be like, well, 10 years ago, you did this, that, and the third, and you did, no.
Oh, but there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that just can't let nothing go. You know, I was married, I got divorced. How long ago was that? 3 years ago? What are you doing wrong to where you're still feeling that same way? That's my issue, right? Because I know people that they married, got divorced, and then they're still 3 years later they're still sitting here like, man, I don't understand, you know. But what are they doing to
self-pity? It's the self.
But that's 3 years. 3 years of you just sitting here being like, right? What is it you're gonna do to get yourself out of it, right?
So I think crazy. It's both. I think it goes hand in hand because I think it's a lot of stuff that men don't know how to let go. And I feel like even if you're saying it in a joking manner, like you still can't let it go. Like we're still talking about this, like we're still bringing this up, or we still. And it goes just like when something like if you in a type of relationship that probably not as good. That spouse is always talking about the good time. Like, remember when we went I took you out to the Bahamas? That was 10 years ago.
Right.
What have you done lately? I think people get so wrapped up in the good times and they always want to relive the good times where they don't really pay attention to the here and now. And I think a lot of men does that. Like, they remember when I used to buy you flowers? Like, used to. Like, you hear the word, you used to give me flowers. You used to.
But in my opinion, right, I'm going to say like this.
What's your opinion?
Just how I live, it's just a disrespect. If you disrespect me, you're like, I'll give you a chance, right? I give you a chance, maybe two. Then after that, I'm cutting you off. I don't care. I just don't care. And females, they say that, but then they'll say, I cut him off. I cut this bitch off. But then they're sitting there talking about her all the time. You're like, what are you talking about? Like, let's figure this out. If you keep talking about her, that means you didn't cut her off. What is the problem, right?
She's living rent free in your head.
Right. But for me, I'm a type of person, and I'm crazy, and maybe I don't know what it is.
But it's like that. I mean, I don't know about men, but I know women. When we come home, we telling our day by day to our spouse, and I'm sure they probably already know who Beth is, who Terry is, who Trey, because you done talked about them. So by the time they meet them, like, oh, I heard a lot about you. Because you go home and you tell, because you want to relieve yourself. So you want to talk about it to the person that you're with. Right. So you get home and you talk about your day. And you talk about it and you're like, I'm done with Karen. I'm done with it. Then you get to work like, oh, Karen brought me cupcakes today. Like, oh, I thought you was done with it.
She brought me a Starbucks.
Right.
Why'd you bring me Starbucks?
Like,
okay, and then you hit the reset button.
So I think that, and for women, that's what we don't just want to be walking around mad at people. Like, we don't want to be mad and disowned, especially in the workplace, because the workplace is the worst. That's when you can really, when people at the work, y'all already know, when people at work can piss you off real tough, you want to be, and then they in your face like, hey,
let
like,
me ask
what?
you this question. Is work tougher or real life tougher? I'm going to put this question out there, right? I get what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, right? But real life people, I feel like we'll use the marriage thing, right? You were married 3 years ago and you don't give it up. You just can't let it go, right? But at work, people can piss you off. You still can let stuff go before that. You see what I'm saying? Some people hold on to things that are too big.
Because one are not, because at work this is where I'm getting my money.
Right.
At home this is when I'm giving my money.
Right.
So I probably can hold on to that, but at work I got to be at this job. I got to make this money.
So how do you,
I don't want to be.
Okay, so but how do you make stuff right outside of work? Because work you make the money, right? Just like you said it. But how does
communication?
How does people give up
Communication.
that thing where they feel like, oh, I hit rock bottom, and you know what I'm saying? How they do that?
Yeah, I feel like everything is. A lot of people have. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but a lot of problems that people have is miscommunication. Because when you're already mad at somebody and you and that person, say two girlfriends, like I'm mad at Tracy. And so you and Tracy never gonna talk. Tracy like I'm mad at Keisha. Y'all never gonna talk. But y'all both mad at each other probably for different reasons. But y'all never hash it out. But y'all talking to Sarah about it. And Sarah, you have you guys ever played the telephone game?
Terrible.
You know when by the time it gets to each other, Sarah done mixed up it. She done tried to figure it out and told you guys. So now you guys are never having that honest conversation, and I think a lot of misunderstanding with people is that communication piece.
Right.
Cause y'all don't communicate with each other, cause y'all just so mad.
But I really think if males, females, I think if people learned to let a lot of stuff go, right? If people let stuff go, I think that it'll be better.
Okay, happy birthday, Kennedy. Happy birthday. So we got a Taurus in the building.
And how old are you?
No, it says it's the situation. Some things are okay to let go, but some situations are just hard to let go.
Right. But at the end of the day, the word forgiveness is crazy, right? Because a lot of people use that word, but then they go back and they always bring it up. Because in my opinion, when you tell someone you forgive them, right, that means that you're not going to keep bringing the stuff up over and over and over. Now, when it gets to some real heated thing, of course, everything gets brought up, right? But I'm talking about day-to-day living. When I walk in the house and I did this and they said they forgive me and they're hitting me up for this when I walk in the door, that's wrong. That's my opinion, right?
Yeah.
And that's why some people don't let things go.
It just, but I think it really, like, it depends on the situation.
Yeah,
and it depends on how detrimental the situation happened. And some things, I feel like all things, communicate about it, let it go. And some people, you either going to forgive them and keep them in your life, or you going to forgive them and walk away. Right. I feel like it's up to you of what decision you make. Either I'm going to forgive you and I'm going to stay with you, we're going to work through it, or I'm going to forgive you, but I got to walk away.
And that's it.
We can no longer cohabitate in the same life, but like, I mean, ill will, I wish you all the best, but we can no longer stay in this situation.
It only takes me a couple times, and you chose your path already.
But ladies, naturally, women were born to be nurturers, and nobody ordinarily we want to walk away from people unless it's something that you like. I just can't no more. And a lot of times you gotta figure out, like, okay, either we gonna get past this or I'm gonna get past you. It can't keep on.
My thing is, I've been heartbroken a few times, right? But my thing is, I do not care. I don't care. Right? You really gotta come with something really strong for me to care. I don't care. When you break my heart and you just don't care, because think about when you break up with somebody, right? Mm-hmm. And they show the signs that you told me you loved me a week ago, but now I'm like dead to you. Okay, now I'm really dead to you because now I'm on your energy. That's how I feel.
Right.
Because that's really how I feel, because so many times I've been through relationships and they say, oh, I love you, but the very next week they break up with you or something, you fight and they be like, all this weird stuff comes out. You're like, where was that at a week ago?
Right.
When you just told me you love me and you're cuddling with me and everything, that's...
Well, it's crazy, y'all, but don't get a no text battle with me, because, baby, I can love you, but, baby, when I'm mad at somebody, I'm trying to cut them deep.
She will try.
But I get that, too, and I think some people still trying to figure out what love. Right. Some people will probably leave this earth never knowing what love truly is, right. Never knowing the true definition of what love really means, and I think a lot of people use that word too freely.
But I also think there's a lot. The people that show the love, they just gotta. There's a person out there that you just show the right love to, where it's gonna mean something. It's just we've all been through certain situations where the love is not loving, right? You know what I'm saying? That's just real talk. It's just not matching what your energy you're putting out there. But like we said, our whole topic is how do you get past that, right? What is it that takes you to get past that? And sometimes it's self worth. What do you feel like you're worth, right? If you don't have self worth, you're never gonna get past it. Like me, I'm a golden brick. I feel like I'm worth everything. You know, I got a great wife. I got great friends. I don't need nothing else in my life. You can try to bring whatever crazy stuff you want to bring to my life. Go ahead. But you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I'm different. But like when I get mad about certain things, right? When I get mad about certain things, like, hey, how come my daughter's not here doing this? I hold on a little harder on that than I do on certain other things. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone's different. You hold
So
on
you
to
would
certain
say you
things.
like a dog with a bone?
No.
You know how dogs hold on to their bone? They wouldn't release it.
Don't ever compare me to a dog with a bone.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
you're the dog with
Do
the
you
bone.
guys
I
get-
don't. No,
you guys
I
get
get
what
what
I'm
you're
saying?
saying, but no.
You guys have never heard that expression when they be like, "Oh my God, he's like a dog with a bone," or "She's like a dog." That means because a
Are you
dog
saying
won't.
boner or bone?
A bone. A
it
dog
just sound
don't
like you
let
said
that bone
boner.
go. You guys.
That's what she just sound like she
A
said.
dog with a bone. What? Where is this money? Have you guys ever heard that expression when you want somebody to let something go? You're like, "Oh my God, you're like a dog with a bone. Let it go," because dogs do not release their bone
Right.
once it's locked in their mouth.
Do they? Is that true?
Facts.
You're a weak master if that's the case.
Wow.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just
Wow.
talking shit. But I get what you're saying. It does make sense, you know. But like I said,
But yeah.
each individual has their own weird,
Yeah.
quirky thing where I hold on this, but I let everything else go. And you be looking at them like, how did you let that go?
But just just to sum it up, because I feel like it's up to you to really know what's the right thing to let go and what's the right thing to release. I think everybody has a breaking point. You know better what fits you.
Right.
I'm not saying just be mad that your friend didn't bring the right chips and just let her go. That's dumb. I'm not saying because your
They
friend
better be
spilled
barbecue.
something and she didn't react fast enough. No, let it go.
A chick gonna be a chick and a dude gonna be a dude, no matter what you think.
I mean facts. I mean yeah. I mean women are gonna be women, and men forever gonna be men. But
if you want to accept that, that's why you have a shitty relationship. That's my opinion. If you want to accept that men are gonna be men and females are gonna be females, you will never have a successful relationship. Because we do have our own quirks, but you cannot sit there and really say 100%. Men are gonna be men. Because if I was gonna be a man, I'd be out getting all these chicks. Think about it, right? That's when you stereotype it, be like, oh, this is what everyone does, this is what everyone does, this is what everyone does. You can't be successful.
I think it depends on the situation.
In my opinion, I'm just saying my opinion.
Yeah.
That's all.
It depends on the situation, on how people should react and who you should let go. Some people let people go that should never be let go.
Right.
And some people hold on to people who should have been let go years ago. And you still holding on to
I
that
got
dead
I got
weight.
names, but I'm not gonna drop.
We're
them.
not gonna name drop on here because it's what we here for. But I feel like you know that person that you should have been let go. I feel like everybody knows what's best for them, and I feel like women are women and men are men, but together we're something great.
Right.
And sometimes you have to bend, and sometimes you have to look at yourself and say, I need to evolve.
Because it's not always gonna be that simple for either one of you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes you have to give and take. That's just what it is. You know, they say 50-50, but it's never 50-50 because one day it might be 90-10, the next day it might be 60-40. You don't know. It's just how the day goes, in my opinion.
I mean, that's true. I was, just a quick thing. Y'all know I be watching I was watching something when Oprah was out, and Michelle Obama was on Oprah, and she was talking about her and her husband relationship, and Oprah asked her, is it 50-50? And she said, since I've been married to this man, it's never been 50-50. She said, he might come home and he got 90. I got the rest. I got 10. He might come home and he got 10, and I'm here to do 90. She said, a marriage is not based on 50-50. It's based on, let me assess where you at and let me make up for it.
But as humans, we hit the 50-50. It sounds good in our brain. That's what it is. But in reality, just like you said.
And I think that's not even just a marriage. That's a friendship.
Yeah.
That's when you go in and your favorite coworker down and you looking over like, what's wrong? Yeah, I think it's just a way of life that you assess and you see what's best for the people that's close to your life.
Right.
And I feel like nobody in your life is going to be 100% all the time. And you as in their life no matter who it is, you assess the relationship, the situation, and then you go accordingly off of that. That's what I feel like.
Because that's how you bring your friends up or your lover, whoever. You know, if you can't bring someone up if you're at the same level, that makes no sense, right? So you know how they say, oh, bring them up. So you bring them up because you might be at 70 one day and they might be at 30. So you got to bring them up, right? That's the whole point of it.
Roll the dice. Relationships are business. The logic concept is great. Reality is unlikely.
What's business? Relationships business? Are we paying for something? It shouldn't be a business. It shouldn't be a business. There's nothing in there that says it's a business, right? You're supposed to be together where it's not a business. You're supposed to take that stuff where it's not a business. Just like I said, everything I'm saying is my opinion, right? But I don't see it as a business. I see it as you love each other, right?
I mean,
How's that a
I
business,
definitely
though?
feel like relationships are a dice roll. Anything worth having is a gamble. Cause somebody's probably gonna get it. You get in a relationship, and nobody ever wanted to fail. You always get in a relationship. Your eyes is wide open, and you're devastated when it falls. And I always say, love is a gamble. Love is always gonna be a gamble. I don't care how much you in love with somebody today. You in 5 years, it's a gamble. Do I think it's a business? No, but do I think it's a roll of the dice that is a gamble? I wholeheartedly believe
It's always
that.
that because you don't know 100% the person, no matter what you say.
And
You
people
get-
are always evolving and changing, so I
But-
definitely get that.
But like the whole business thing, it's not to me. It's not a business. You know what I'm saying? I get what they're coming from, but to me it's not a business, right? But just like she said, it's a gamble. It is a gamble, right? You can roll the dice, and one day it might be this, it might be that, the next day. But I don't think it's a business. Just my opinion.
But you guys, I love the commentary. I love everybody leaving messages. If you guys have a topic that you guys would love for us to discuss, just please let us know. We're open to discuss whatever you guys want to discuss. And you guys got to remember, when you're in a conversation with people, a conversation is both ways. You're never going to be in a conversation with somebody who thinks everything that you think. I think it's a conversation you want to be able to bounce ideas off of it. So I absolutely love the commentary. We love that you guys are interacting. We can't ask for anything more. And you guys know what I say. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to like, share, and subscribe.
Boston, we up 2-0. Let's keep it going. Hey.
And y'all know basketball is in the playoffs. So
And one question though, what happened to Deion Sanders' son? What happened to him? He was supposed to go top 5. He hasn't even made it to second round. I don't know if they're blackballing him or what's going on, but something weird is going on. I don't know if any sports fans are on right now, but check it out.
So if you guys are sports fans, please let us know. If you guys following the
If
draft,
you know something we don't know, please let us know. It's weird.
because ESPN said he should have been first pick, and now he's still waiting to be picked.
You know who else said he should have gone? Trump.
Well,
There is actually posts of Trump saying, how come he hasn't been picked yet? I'm like, maybe that's why he hasn't got picked. Because Trump's supporting him. I don't know.
But I
That's
mean,
weird.
a good guy. I mean, he know a good person when he plays, so he probably want to know. So if anybody know why, let us know why.
Yeah,
What do
let us
you
know.
guys think? If you guys follow sports, drop your team down below: basketball, football, soccer, whatever you guys follow. And you guys, just a quick update. I am a soccer mom. My boys are now playing in soccer, so yes, y'all can catch me on the field. But we love you guys. We will see you guys.
Pele and Messi.
Yes, we will see you guys next week, and be kind to one another. Until next time.
We love you all.
We love you.